Hiki ni kilio cha Wakenya kwa viongozi wetu tuliowachagua. Mbona tunaendelea kulala njaa na kuishi mahemani ilhali tuliwachagua mtusaidie? Umaskini na ufisadi vinazidi kutumaliza ilhali ninyi mmebaki kuzozana na kulaumiana tu.
Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Tuliwapenda tukawachagua, viongozi wetu mmetusaliti. Tukawaaminia kwa kura zetu, lakini sasa ninyi mmetusahau. Tuliwapenda tukawachagua, viongozi wetu mmetusaliti. Tukawaaminia kwa kura zetu, lakini sasa ninyi mmetusahau. Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Mnatusaliti tunapolala njaa, mnatusaliti tunapoishi mahemani, mnatusaliti mnapozoza na bunge, mnatusaliti kwa kutetea ufisadi. Ninyi mnatusaliti tunapoua wa bure, mnatusaliti mkitubomolea makao, mnatusaliti ninyi mnapotusiana, mnatusaliti mkikata kutozwa ushuru. Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Viongozi wetu mbona mnatusaliti? Nifanya nilale njaa, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua kura yangu itanifanya niishi hemani, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua kura yangu itapandisha unga bei, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua kura yangu itanifanya niwe mjane, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua kuchagua nitachomewa nyumba yangu, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua kwa kuchagua uchumi wetu utazorota, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua kwa kuchagua makao yangu itabomolewa, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua ulitaka uende bunge utunyanyase, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua ulitaka uende bunge upore Kenya, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua kukuchagua utaongeza ufisadi, singepiga hiyo kura. Sema kweli nasikitika, ninajutia, ningejua, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua nitachomewa nyumba yangu, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua makao yangu itabomolewa, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua uchumi wetu utazorota, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua utaleta maendeleo, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua utaenda bunge utukanane, singepiga hiyo kura. Ningejua utaenda bunge utusahau, singepiga hiyo kura.
Ningejua utarudisha Kenya nyuma,
Singepiga hiyo kura.
Tulisema yote yawezekana bila wanasiasa fulani, lakini ningependa kuambia bila Mungu hakika haiwezekani. Hivyo ninawasihi kwenye uchaguzi ujao tuwachague viongozi wanaomcha Mungu, maana yote yawezekana kwa imani. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, so hi, this is niaje.com, and today I'm hanging out with Roy Ogolla, very popular name of the last in the last few days. Roy, there is this issue of Mike Sonko and Rachel Shebesh, and nude pictures all over, and it's such a shame, by the way. And your name has been adversely mentioned in the leaking of these pictures.
Yeah,
and
my name has been mentioned, and rightly so and wrongly so. Rightly so because I was involved in getting to unveil the person behind the pictures. The pictures were leaked, then I worked my ways out to unmask the person behind it, because everyone was asking who is the person behind it. So being that I unmasked the person who was behind it, and the person who was behind it feels threatened, so it's made me part and parcel of the discussion, because apparently the guys who are behind the pictures are unknown. Apparently, mark that word. Apparently, yeah. Yes, and I can confirm. Yes, the picture with Mike Sonko in bed with Shebesh sleeping on his shoulder, and him facing the camera. I posted that picture, and I did that deliberately because I knew about these pictures leaking from an aide of Mike Sonko, who organized the meeting between him and some bloggers. Okay. And the bloggers were supposed to have been paid 150,000 shillings, but then
each.
No. 50 each for the three, so 150. But he gave them 50 to start the work. Then he was supposed to have done that later. That's the allegation that I had. So when this, I tried my level best and get hold of Shebesh. Shebesh is my friend. I worked with Shebesh in ODM in 2007, and we've not lost that simple friendship. When the issues we talk. And I tried getting hold of her, but her phone she wasn't picking up her phone. So I sent her a text. And I told her, first I complained to her as a friend that this new spate of violence, Mara metapwa na Kidero, Mara she's having a problem with Sonko, Mara she's got an arm twisted by Sonko, is not auguring well with the women of Nairobi. She needs to settle down and work. Yeah. So I sent her a text and told her about these pictures. I got the information on Sunday. I was hanging out with my friends. Then now this is on Monday. So on Tuesday when these pictures came out, I really felt bad that this is a friend of mine who I know so well being humiliated simply because they have a political difference with someone who it's alleged that they have an affair with, until these pictures came out. And I worked my ass out, literally, to try and get the person behind the pictures. I knew the person behind them. But you know what? People can't trust you if you don't have an evidence to the same. So my evidence was to get this picture and try to find out. And by good luck, the bloggers, I'm a blogger, and we all talk, you know that. We talk, there's a way you find us, we are fighting, but we don't fight literally. Yeah. So I managed to convince one of these guys to send me a picture that they were holding as leverage in case their money is not paid. Okay. And that picture was given to me on Wednesday around 4 p.m. And I used that picture and I said, this is the last confirmation. And actually posted on Twitter, KOTs, this is the last confirmation. I've been saying this from yesterday, that I am very sure Mike Sonko is the man behind these pictures. But now this is the evidence.
Okay, so what you're saying is that our senator is a guy who actually took these pictures because they were from his phone, according to you.
Yes.
And he's the guy who released them to sort of fight Shebesh.
Yes.
And to basically use the pictures to tarnish her name.
Tarnish her name simply because you've heard it, it's been in the news. They had a fight, both at some hotel, Crown Plaza. Yeah. They had a fight in Parliament. And when he was asked about this, he actually came out and said, yes, we had a fight because she's snooping on the government for Raila for the opposition. And probably, I think, it's very uncouth of a leader to decide to do such a thing to a fellow leader simply because of political differences.
But, okay, forgive me for saying this, but I have seen Sonko do crazy things. I've seen him cutting a clamp from his car. Yes. I've seen him, doing just things you don't expect a leader to be doing.
Those are the things that make me mad. Sonko has fought enough with walls. He's slept on tarmac enough. He's broken bottles in front of media houses enough. He's broken clumps for city council enough. And I think it's now time for him to concentrate and serve Nairobians. And I was going to say this. It's very funny, but Sonko has been on air with the recordings of a phone call he made to me.
Yes.
He called me and had a phone call recorded. So this is a guy who recorded the NAT chairman, NAT Secretary General in a meeting. This is the guy who allegedly assaulted a guard in parliament, and when the guard went to meet him, he recorded and said the guards went to extort him. So let me tell you something. He's capable of doing anything. It's something out there, you know. If
Okay,
he can,
let me ask you. First of all, like even today on Niaje, we wrote about an article about him actually confessing of criminal things like recording. I mean, he says he has equipment better than NSIS and Al Shabaab and anyone else to be able to record phone conversations, able to see messages from anyone's phones and stuff like that.
he did that on air this morning.
Mhm.
He did that on air this morning. He confirmed it last week in the interview, but now today he was live on air. And he said it again. He said, mimi niko na kifaa ambacho inaniwezesha kuona messages za maadui wangu na mtu yote ambaye nataka na najua ni si halali.
So is Sonko above the law or something?
That's the question. That's the question I'm asking. And listen here, you know, my main beef with Sonko is not that he's not a nice guy. By the way, that guy is a nice guy. He helped me out one time when I was starting my magazine. It's called In Touch Mtani. And when we sold him the idea, he gave us 150,000 and told us, you guys, nice initiative, go ahead, do it. And we've rolled. As much as a heart, he has a heart. But leadership, boss, they say leaders are a mirror of society. I'm not that daft. I'm not that daft. And I think for me as a citizen of this country, for me as a human rights activist, as a blogger, I have an obligation to hold my leaders accountable.